Matt and I are kind of crammed in his little truck. Tight squeeze, huh?
It is when you put your junk in here.
Got some pretty flowers. So we're gonna go over to the cemetery, over to the graveyard. We say graveyard. Tomorrow is decoration day. So Paul and Granny have already took care of Pap's grave mostly. We're gonna look at it though and see if we can do some cleaning. Add some flowers and maybe add some to Miss Cindy's too. Got to stop at the dump first though, right?
Yep.
Beautiful place for a cemetery. This is Pap's grave right here. Miss Cindy's, Matt's mother's, is right behind it. We brought some stuff we're going to spray on Pap's. It's kind of getting, what do you call that? Mildewy or stuff growing on it. Little lichens. Is that how you say that word, Matt?
Yeah.
So Granny, you can see, has done got the red, white, and blue and got a wreath over there that I think she made that one. She might have bought that one. But we're going to have to move everything to spray it. And you're supposed to just be able to spray it and you don't wash it off, you don't scrub it, you don't do anything. You just let it take its time to do what it's going to do. I need to put water in my flowers though or they're going to all go limp. You want to help me do that first?
Uh-huh.
You can see some of the stuff there. Some stuff that's growing in there. Not long after Pap died and this was placed, I think somebody hit it with a mower right there. His grave is right on the side of the road, so I'm sad that you see they scraped it, but I'm sure it's just an accident. Maybe it was a mower or maybe it was something else. Matt got it all sprayed. It's supposed to take, for some of the stains, it may even take a few weeks, but hopefully that'll help it. He's going to put back the flowers that Granny and Paul had put. I'm going to add mine to it. They won't last long. I'm over here at least, well, twice a week at least, so at the church, not necessarily at the grave. I should have put water in these before I come. The little primroses, they're already failing, but it'll be okay. I'll leave those there at least a day or two, and then I'll pick up my thing and take it home. Looks nice.
Yeah. Maybe that'll help it.
I hope so. Now we'll go to, I've told Matt, Miss Cindy's is, because it's newer, is not.
Just save this stuff and put it on.
You think save it just for later?
Yeah, I wouldn't put it on there. Hers is new looking.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll just try to put the thing on the top and spruce it up a little bit, I guess.
Yep.
Granny and Paul put this here, I don't know, a couple of years ago. It's kind of pitiful. Matt reckon I should move it, take it out. So I guess I should.
Yeah.
I wonder if that, you try to pull it up and see if you could pull that out and leave it in there, leave that part in it. The angel, I mean, if it'll come out and go back. That's pretty good. We could get some more flowers to go around it.
Yeah.
I for now. We'll just leave it and maybe put this one down there beside it. That's the only place it's going to go is right there. Again, these won't last but a day or two, but I'll come back and pick them up. Probably not, no. Yeah. I might have some at home that I could bring back and put right there in the morning too to hide that part. My hat blew off and I had to go chasing it. Matt said that this is a good day for this. The thing with saddles is they get blowed off a lot of times, and you can buy stuff, me and Matt never have, but that will attach them actually down to the ground, but we've not done that. We should probably. And some people put like sticky stuff on the top. Of course with Miss Cindy's wouldn't really work because we have like a raw stone on the top. Maybe Matt can squeeze it down tight. I love it when my brain doesn't remember. Look inside the bag. When Matt pulled that out, I was like, something's still in there. There is flour, so I must have bought them and just forgot that I had them. Matt says I may have bought the wrong one. It may not stay on. Looks better. Wish I had something to go in front of the angel, but maybe we can find something.
You can put that all the way in the ground if you want it. Then you won't have food back.
Well, if you can, that'd be great.
That's what I didn't know.
Yeah, I just hate that part showing. It was down in some flowers. Let me move that out of your way. Might pick some more flowers to bring too. They'll be fresh tomorrow. I already have the water in the jars here. There you go, that's good. I think Miss Cindy's looks pretty good. If you can see her epitaph there, bidden or not bidden, God is present. She had years and years ago, when she moved out here from Black Mountain, she had a plaque. It was kind of made out of stone like this, and that was engraved on it. It hangs in my bathroom today, and our bathroom's been hanging there, I guess, pretty much ever since she gave it to us. So that's what we chose to put on her tombstone. Hopefully the stuff we sprayed on Pap's will really help it. His just says, in love and memory. Matt and I got home after being over at the graveyard. I wanted to talk a little bit about Decoration Day, but over there the wind was just howling. It's still pretty windy here. I'm trying to sit in a sheltered place. And then there was other people about because they were decorating their graves and working. There was some work going on. And also the state is repaving or retopping, not really paving, rechatting, like the little chat, the road that goes by the church. And so there was a truck that kept going by, kind of, I don't know if he's trying to blow it off or what he was doing. He was doing some kind of work though, and it was very loud. So I said, we'll just go home, Matt, and then I'll talk about it from home. So it does feel good to go over there and work on the graves a little bit. Paul and Granny keep Pap's just perfect, so I don't never have to worry about it, never. Usually on Decoration Day I'll take some kind of flower to it, but through the year, Granny, for every season, she changes what's on it, so she does that. And we've not done that for Miss Cindy's. We do try to keep flowers on it, but we're not like Granny. Granny likes to crochet. There's crochet on it this time, but usually she'll crochet a wreath. She has a wreath, and then she has the flowers. But recently I've had someone ask me about Decoration Day and just saying that they thought it was really interesting because where they come from, they don't do that. They don't decorate the graves. They don't, it's just not something they do. So last year, or maybe even the year before, I did a video about Decoration Day, and I read out of the big book. A lot of people call it the big book. It's in the Dictionary of Southern Appalachian English. I read out of that book the entry. Today I've got my friend Jim Casta's book, A Smoky Mountain Boyhood. It is a wonderful book if you're in the Smoky Mountains, but really much of it covers, it's the same kind of cultural traditions and heritage and stuff that can be found throughout Appalachia. So I will link to his website in the description below in case you want to pick up one. I'm not going to read everything that he wrote about Decoration Day, but I'll just read you a little bit. It says, one of the most cherished of all high country traditions is the annual ritual known as Decoration Day, or in many cases just as decoration. And that is so true. We'll just say it's decoration. That's what we say. It's decoration next Sunday, so there won't be any Sunday school. So that's spot on for our area of Appalachia too. It combines piety, reverent remembrances of deceased family members, thorough cleaning of burying grounds, music that leans decisively in the direction of old-timey hymns such as Rock of Ages and Amazing Grace, and some of the finest eating a body could want when the hour arrives for dinner on the grounds. It is, in a sense, Memorial Day, albeit with a high country flair that makes Decoration Day distinctive. Limited almost exclusively to the southern Appalachians and Ozarks, the Decoration Day tradition is particularly strong in the rural highland regions of North Carolina. It is true that many Decoration Days you have dinner on the grounds, you have a big meal. Our church doesn't do that. I think they used to do it in the past. I remember them doing it, but they don't do it today. So depends on which church you're at, whether or not you get to eat that wonderful food that Jim is talking about. Now, he gives some basic premises associated with Decoration Day include, he has a little list, preserving linkage to the past. So these are some of the reasons why we do it. Preserving the linkage to the past, especially among families and tight-knit communities. Paying respect to familial links by making the event a celebration, replete with food, prayer, and song. Offering tribute to those who have gone before with fond recollections in the form of shared oral traditions, vintage photographs, and increasingly in the last 2 or 3 decades, exchanges of genealogical information. So that part, even without the eating at our church, is for sure true. People standing around and talking about, there'll probably be a lot of Jerry Wilson stories told tomorrow, or boy, I miss him, I remember this, or let's sing his favorite song, those kind of things. There'll be some sad stories told and some funny stories told about all different people. It is a time, though, to get together and remember those, especially, like Jim's saying, in a community setting where, I'll just use Pap again for an example, but it could be anyone, an elder of Martins Creek Church that is no longer with us. All the people there that grew up with that person, they grew up maybe admiring them, maybe learning from them, laughing with them, having fellowship with them, all those things. I personally find Decoration Day one of the most appealing of all high country traditions, even as I fear it will vanish before time's remorseless ravages in decades to come. The annual event offers a prime example of the importance of a favorite adage of historians: you can't know where you're going if you don't know where you've been. Graveyards remind us of where we have been because they are the resting place of our families, a tangible link to our roots, and a testament to our abiding strength as mountain folks. They let us know, in the words of Thornton Wilder, there is a land of the living and a land of the dead, and the bridge is love, the only survival, the only meaning. Those cemeteries and their care are our lasting link of love between these two lands. It is a linchpin of surpassing importance. That says it really good, though. There's a land of the living and a land of the dead, and the bridge is love, the only survival, the only meaning. So that's mostly what Decoration Day is. Is it about love? Especially for me, love of Pap, love of Miss Cindy. But for all the other people, too, that's buried there, certainly there's some of them that been there before I was born, so I didn't know them. But then there's so many of those church elders that that are laid to rest there that they influenced me as I was growing up. So it's a way to honor them, to remember them. And that's what Decoration Day is all about. Now, the person that had asked me about Decoration Day and just said they found it really interesting since they didn't come from that. One other thing they noted was like the actual decorations. Now, when I was a girl, they were mostly just all flowers. Today, you see, even in our cemetery over there in the graveyard, you'll see maybe wind chimes, maybe little plaques, like the little angel that Matt helped me, tried so hard to help me get fixed at Miss Cindy's grave. You'll see all sorts of things like that. People put all different kinds of things just as a way of remembering their loved one. And also the question was, well, why do you use fake flowers? Why do you use fake flowers, artificial flowers? Well, in days gone by, of course, there wasn't any artificial flowers, and people would just do like I did today, go around their yard and get any flowers, cut flowers, also go into the woods. Maybe get some ivy if it was blooming, maybe get some laurel if it was blooming, anything like that, and put on the graves and decorate with that. But as time went on and artificial flowers become much easier and more accessible for people to get, they last so much longer. Like those flowers that I took, if they don't blow away in this wind, they'll just wilt, they won't last more than a day or something. But those artificial ones, again, if they don't blow away, they'll last for a good few months. And so just the expense of and the time it would take to keep putting fresh flowers, that's just not something that's feasible. But those artificial ones last a long time. So once they become, like I said, accessible to everyone and people had more money to buy them, that just become the norm. So that's just what people do. The wind is still blowing my wind chime, even though I tried to silence it. It didn't exactly work. Another interesting thing is it varies by region where you would or when you would have decoration. So for us, most churches are like this. They have it a certain, it's the fourth Sunday of June, or it's the first Sunday for us of June. Maybe it's the third Sunday in July, whatever. They have a set time and they just do it every year. And one reason they do that is, of course, because, the people in the church, they need to know this is what's going on this day and this is going to change, especially if you were going to have, dinner on the grounds. You got to cook something and take it. But they also do that, hold to that traditional same day, is because so many people come home just for that. They don't go to church. Maybe they don't live in this area at all anymore, or maybe they do and they just attend another church. But on decoration or homecoming, sometimes it's people use homecoming here too, they will come back to that church where their people's buried. They will come back there. So that way they just always know, like they're involved in their own church, or they live many, many miles away, but they're like, I'm going to try to make it home for decoration this year, and I know it's the third Sunday in July or whatever it is. So that's another reason that they do it like that. And in my area, decoration days might be like this one, kind of in late spring, almost summer, and then go all the way through the summer. It's mostly, though, because of the weather, you want it to be nice weather, it's mostly either a spring or a summer event. So I hope you enjoyed going with me and Matt over to the graveyard and enjoyed Jim's thoughts about decoration. The ending there is something I worry about too, but I hope that I will instill this in my children. I hope I will instill this in my children, just like my elders instilled it in me, to continue to do this, to continue to decorate the graves and to honor those who are gone. And I hope it doesn't ever go away. I hope that Jim was being a little bit pessimistic, and I hope it's a tradition that stays alive and stays well, and that people still continue to do it. There's certainly people there today decorating graves and doing what they needed to do. And I know there'll be even more tomorrow that just bring fresh flowers in the morning, and some that had already been there before I got there. So I hope it's something that we are able to continue throughout the mountains of Appalachia and anywhere else that people observe it, because I think it is really important for all those reasons that Jim mentioned. It connects us to those that are gone. It reminds us of them. It gives us an opportunity to talk about them and remember them. And it does something for us. It does something for you to remember those that are long since gone. Again, I hope you enjoyed going with us, and I'm always glad when you stop by to help me celebrate Appalachia. Today is decoration day at church, and Matt and I went over yesterday and worked on the graves, but I just, in a hurry, thought the last minute about getting some of my cut flowers, and I just know that overnight they probably either got blowed away or they wilted. So this morning, I come out and got some more to take with me to replenish the jars or make them look better than they did. Okay, the ones I put yesterday were wilted, so I should have known better about the primroses. Here, Hollis, you want that? We got a little puppy dog over here. Let's put some of these in paps. I brought my scissors so I'd have to cut. The neighbor's dogs is bait us. Yeah, escape. Well, we had to help the little girl save the dog, and then I put some more flowers. What do you think, Corey?
It's beautiful. When I walked up to the graves, I knew you had been here, and I had to try not to cry when I seen this jar of flowers.
Oh, that's so sweet. So sweet. Well, you don't know because I hadn't even edited the video, but I did a video about Decoration Day yesterday, and in it I shared in Jim Casta's book, he's afraid this will go away, so you don't ever let it go away.
I won't.
Yeah, it's going to make us both cry.
I know.
And good sign that it's not going to go away. Of course, Katie and Ira's here, but also Corey and Katie and our friend Matt is here with his little boy walking around. So that's heartening to know that y'all are still observing the tradition of Decoration Day, but also you've got your little ones here. So Miss Cindy's is looking kind of bad. Let's see if we can just start over with hers. I've got so many. I wanted to put the roses in here for sure.
Those are beautiful. She would like those.
I don't know, how do you think I should trim that one a little bit, or that's
I think it's nice if you just add in some other things with it. I like the fullness. That's pretty.
Let's see, I'm trying to get the prettiest ones. It won't last long, but I'll be back here Wednesday and I can come and retrieve them.
Yeah, get some of that pretty yellow. She liked yellow.
She did like yellow. I wonder if that'll, one thing is my water's not deep enough. Maybe that one's within reach. Oh, this is looking pretty.
Oh, I love this. She would really like it, you know.
Let's put this, I say Astabile and people, it's Astaba,
I know, I say Astabile too.
They say Astabile. This reminds me of when April was little, somebody asked her what their dog Bill's, what its name was, and she said, "It's a Bill. It's a Bill." Oh yeah, it's much prettier. Yesterday I was in such a hurry when me and your daddy come over here. I just thought of last minute and I just run through the yard and I didn't get good flowers.
That's okay.
I think that's pretty much got it. I don't know if I need to add anything else.
I think that's pretty perfect, Mom.
Well, thank you, Corey.